Okay, so welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us. This is a supplemental, additional Silat specific session, and I'm very lucky today to be filming in headquarters of Saga Action Arts. I don't know if the facility has a better name.
Saga Studios.
Saga Studios, and for anybody who's going to come in and participate, or anybody who's going to watch this video later, every precaution has been taken so that we're, in compliance and thinking about the health of others. And the very small number of people that are involved with this today have all been very responsible and not come into contact with other people. So we've done everything in line with what's best in terms of public health. So I don't know if Coach Abra has anything she wants to say before we get rolling, or if Coach Dylan
we'll just
has
jump
anything you want to.
Hi everybody, welcome to our class tonight. I'm being cut off. I'm cut off by the Zoom camera, but we're also on the Facebook camera. So for anybody watching this on Facebook Live, we'll be posting a link to Dr. Bryan Stoops' Zoom class, so that if you want to jump in there and just say hi, you have that opportunity. Otherwise, you can just follow along on the Facebook Live. As Bryan said, Bryan has not been in our facility yet. This is his first time here for the show, but we've all taken pretty good precautions for the last couple of months, staying at social distance and everything like that, wearing masks with other clients or other people that we're hanging out with, and we've also sprayed down and cleaned the facility. So lots of safety. Just want to make sure everybody's aware of that, so that if you're watching this video and you're like, that's a new person, that looks odd, don't worry about it. We're doing our best practices best that we can. And with that, Bryan just offered to come in and teach on tonight, Thursday. We're actually going to have some fun on Saturday. I don't know if he's made the announcement about that.
Not that it will be here, but I can certainly.
If you'd like to at some point.
Yeah, I will. I'll definitely.
A preview for events, but I don't want to speak for him too much. So I'm going to go man the camera for the first hour of class, unless I switch on and off with Abra, and I'll be checking in on the Facebook feed to talk to anybody that's there. And have fun. Bryan's going to teach now, so thank you for being here.
Awesome. Thanks for having me. Okay.
Also, one thing
Yes,
I was going to say for students of Bryan's who are not familiar with us, hi, we are the team behind Saga Action Arts, and welcome and thank you for training with us, and of course thank you, Bryan, for coming in and training us with us here today.
Awesome. All right.
Please.
Thank you so much. I'm going to kind of take over if that's okay, and I'll pull you in as necessary. So what we always do for my classes, for everybody watching, is we bow in a specific way that acknowledges all of the martial arts that influence us, regardless of the area that we're currently studying. So this is really simple. Right hand makes a fist, your left hand goes over it. This is Chinese. Your right hand fist goes up to your forehead, your left hand goes over your heart. This is abbreviated Filipino. Thai is a really easy one right here. And then Indonesian, we're going to have our left hand make a table for our right hand. All right, and then just drop that left hand casually at your side, make a fist with your right hand, tap your chest, and go palm down to your side. That's for French and Dog Brothers. And then Japanese, we just give a little bow. All right, so our goal with this session today, first hour, we're going to be looking at the seminal movements of Silat from a conditioning standpoint, but also from a tool building standpoint, so that we can move into the second hour, which is going to be comprehensive Kembangan. And I'm going to be throwing a lot of terminology at you. I'll break everything down. Just keep on training. Stay with me. Everything will be fine. We're going to start in Mafalindo Silat. So Mafalindo, Malaysian, Filipino, Indonesian. And Mafalindo, it's Mafilindo, Malaysian, Filipino, Indonesian. And this is sort of the summation, the training progression of Guru Dan Inosanto, and all of his many decades of Silat study under many, many, many varied instructors and sort of the progression that he's put together. So within Moffalindo, which makes up about 85% of what I teach, we're going to start in the area that I like to refer to as the ground domain. And that's my term. And I know this is going to be a little weird, so just stick with me. We're going to start in the ground domain, but we're going to remain standing up. I just want to get kind of the pulse rate elevated a little bit. We're going to start with some fundamental footwork. So we use the term Guyung, G-U-Y-U-N-G, as an anglicized term to refer to your footwork patterns in Moffalindo. Guyung 1 is the attack T. So I'm going to come up and just touch my knee and go back to neutral and then step in. So neutral, right foot touches, I'm coming in on the T and I replace that. So this is Guyung 1. This is the attack T or the offensive T because we're entering. Okay, and I know I said ground domain. Why are we standing up? Well, I'll explain. Just stay with me. All right. So that's Guyung 1. All right. Guyung 2 is the reverse of that. It's going to be the defensive or the retreating triangle. So we're going back. Okay. Touch knee. Go back. With both of these, you can just step into it, or you can touch your knee. If you touch your knee, it's a little bit more Indonesian. That stylization piece. If you just move back into it, it becomes very natural with my hands to almost start doing the Jenga from Capoeira, all right? And you're in an Inasanto-based system, you have a lot of freedom, so either one is completely acceptable, all right? So this is our Guyung 2, all right? Okay. You're in an Inasanto-based system, you have a lot of freedom. All right, if you're coming in, if you can just mute yourselves, please. All right, so this is our Guyung. Great, thanks so much. All right, so that's our Guyung 2. All right. And Guyung 3, we're going to start feet together. We're just going to be stepping out. We're going to look at the first 3. Filipino martial arts circles, this is called our female triangle. Okay, female triangle. Here. So let's review everything we've had so far. Guyung 1, the attack T, offensive T, coming in. So you're starting neutral, stepping in, and then replacing, going back. This is our Guyung 1. Okay, and so Guyung 2, we start neutral, but we go backwards. Stepping back. Stepping back. Guyung 3, we're going to start with our feet together, stepping out. Female triangle, if you're in Filipino martial arts. That's what we usually refer to this particular footwork as. Okay? Options on Guyung 3, you can step out with your hands even, sort of square, right? Here, you can step out with the same side shoulder as the leg that you stepped out with, leaning. So if I go here, left foot stepped out, left shoulder leads. And it's okay to drop one hand as long as the other hand is up, right? So that's one option. Another option is step out, lead with the opposite shoulder. So left foot steps out, right shoulder leads. Switch. Again, it's acceptable in Silat to drop a hand as long as the line is occupied by the other hand. We just don't want to do this, right? Step out with our face out and no hand up. So one hand up is perfectly acceptable. Okay, so we have 3 Guyungs. We're now going to take it to the ground. Don't forget those Guyungs. We're going to build on those, but we're going to go down to the ground. We're going to start with some of our fundamental Inasanto warm-up type exercises. Now, I say this a lot. your health is more important than martial arts. If you don't have the proper kind of flooring to do this on, skip this, okay? Skip it, take a look at it. Later, when you have access to mats or some kind of carpeting or a yoga mat, you can give it a shot. But the health of your body, long-term, is more important than Silat. So everybody's in a different situation. I have these very nice mats here, so I have the benefit of that. If you don't, you're on hardwood floor, I would suggest you just kind of watch, or maybe, you know, the most you do is try to mimic the motions in slow motion. Keep yourself safe, keep yourself healthy. All right, so the magic number is 4. We're gonna start here in child's pose. First exercise, we're gonna stretch it forward and look at the ceiling and go back. 1, 2, stretch it forward, look at the ceiling, back to child's pose. 3, stretch it forward, look at the ceiling, back to child's pose. And 4, stretch it forward, look at the ceiling, and return. Second exercise starts the same way. Stretch it forward, look at the ceiling, drop into a push-up position, tuck your toes, push up into a downward dog, hold it for 1, 2, 3, touch your knees while looking up, and go back to child's pose. That's 1, 2. Stretch it forward, look at the ceiling, drop into a push-up position, tuck your toes, push up into a downward dog. 1, 2, 3, knees touch, and back to child's pose. 3, stretch it forward, look at the ceiling, push-up position, tuck your toes, downward dog. 1, 2, 3, knees touch, looking up, back to child's pose. Last rep, stretch it forward, look at the ceiling, push-up position, tuck your toes, downward dog. 1, 2, 3, knees touch, and return. All right, so on this one, we're gonna be on our stomachs. I will show you this exercise from 2 different vantage points so that you can get it. We're on our stomach. We're gonna roll up to our right into this low Silat, which is a posture that we'll learn together a little bit later. Rolling back onto our stomach, and then I go the opposite direction. We're looking for 4 reps of this ideally, but I'll break it down for you both directions. So, you know, I don't mean to give you my back, but this way you can see it from both vantage points. If I'm on my stomach, when I go to my right, my left leg leads and rolls up behind me. Then I just switch that and come into that. That's the next exercise. One way or another, we want to get 4 of those. Again, with this sort of beginning Inasanto Silat ground-based warm-up sequence, the magic number is 4. Okay, so that brings us to rocking chair. So everybody sit out, left foot posted, right leg bent, right hand posted, left hand guarding your face. This is the high Silat or the high cobra position, and all you're gonna do is rock back and change sides. Okay, so it's a very good exercise for your back, as long as you have proper, you know, matting or carpet or something. So try 4 reps. 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so that's the rocking chair exercise. We are going to look at that later for some other, as a foundational building block to get us to some other destinations within the curriculum. Okay, so next exercise, we're going to rocking chair and push our hips through. So it builds off what you were just doing, but I push myself up and through and sit out. So try that. Rocking chair switch and come up. If you need your hands, use your hands. Meaning if you need to do this and push yourself up, push yourself up. but try to use the momentum from your rocking chair to come up and come through. Okay? So try 4 reps. Just kind of watching everybody move along with me. All right. So that's rocking chair to push your hips through. Good. That looks nice. Excellent. All right. So next exercise. If let's standardize this, okay? So rocking chair to Hari Mao. So everybody get in the high cobra again with your left foot posted, right hand posted, and left hand guarding your face. Okay? I'm going to describe it first and then I'll do it for you and you can watch and then try it on your own. So this means that when we rocking chair, we're going to be on our left side to start. We're going to take our right leg back and we're going to reach out with our left hand. That stretch is called the Hari Mao stretch. So this is rocking chair to Hari Mao stretch. So it's going to look like this. Rocking chair, and I'm going to go here. And I think I gave you the wrong side arm. Sorry. So same side arm and leg. Right and right. Switch. Left and left. Switch. Right and right. Switch. Left and left. So rocking chair to Hari Mao. Last exercise for this sequence, then we're really going to get our ground mobility exercises going. Rocking chair to evasion. This is very simple, very light, low impact on the body. So at rocking chair, evade. Rocking chair, evade. Rocking chair, evade. Rocking chair, evade. Good. Just kind of watching everybody in progress. Nice. All right, and with all of this, everybody, especially if you have a surface on which you feel comfortable, try it. Give it a shot. I'm going to throw a lot of information at you. Sometimes in my lineage, it's a very non-Western way of learning. We're going to give you more than you're probably ready for, and whatever you get in the present session, this is going to sound a little metaphysical, is what you were supposed to get. So it's okay. So don't get frustrated. Give it a shot, train safely, and ultimately just keep moving. Okay, very nice. So let's now get into our ground mobility exercises. So everybody go back to high sawa. Okay, this position here. All right. So we're going to have the seaweed. So the seaweed just allows me to switch sides like that. And the most common mistake, I don't see anybody making it, but let's just make it explicit and give it a name. The most common mistake, see what I'm doing with my feet? Bottom of my feet on other bottom of my foot. People do this. So make sure you're not doing that, all right? One foot posted, one leg bent, switch, switch. So let's do 6 reps together, uniform as a class. Let's start left leg, the left foot posted, right leg bent, right hand posted, left hand guarding your face. And 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. Very nice. All right, now take your left leg, bend it behind you. Bring your right foot in just slightly. This is our low sawa or our low cobra. Okay, those are synonyms. And I might say sawa, I might say cobra, 2 different names for the same position. Okay, so a lot of our switches in the our ground mobility exercises in the Mafalindo system are going to come when we're in the low sawa position. So the first one's the easiest. It's the seat spin. You're seated or you have your weight on your rear end. You spin your feet out in front of you and switch sides. So that's the first exercise. Okay, good. I see most everybody. That looks pretty sharp. Okay. Try to, as much as possible, based on what kind of a surface you're training on, try to have that momentum help guide you through the arc. Because if you break it down, and you go slowly, it's kind of agonizing. If you just ride that momentum, again, seat spin, so your weight is on your rear end, you just kind of spin your feet. Yeah, that looks sharp. You spin your feet in front of you, okay? So let's start left leg behind us, right hand posted, left hand guarding your face, right leg bent in front of you. Let's try 6 reps together as a group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Nice job. All right. Next exercise is going to be the windshield wiper. And the people that train with me long-term, they've heard me say the same thing about this drill. This variation is a little bit hard on the knees, even if you're on nice mats. So take it slow. You don't want to get mat burns on your knees. And for this one, if you want to dial down the number of reps, again, your health is more important than martial arts. So this one, I'm going to post my body weight up. Feet are going to switch under my rear end, like that. Okay, that's the windshield wiper. All right, so let's try left legs back. We're going to try 6 reps together. Once again, if anything goes wrong or if anything hurts, abandon doing it. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Very nice. All right, that looked great. Okay, next one, horseshoe roll. So, I want you to visualize the letter U, and if you have your left leg behind you, right leg in front of you, your head, if you're looking at an uppercase U with no stem, your head is currently on the upper right side. So your job is to lay down and roll up on the other side. To lay down, switch your feet, and roll up on the other side. So if I really break this down, to make it super sequential and bit by bit for you, I'm going elbow, shoulder, flat back, other shoulder, other elbow, and then rolling up on the other hand. But just like the seat spin, the momentum, just riding the momentum makes that much nicer, okay? This horseshoe roll is really good for your back, again, and we're gonna try 6 reps together. So left leg back, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. All right, nice job. And so the last one we're going to look at for Losawa is going to be the helicopter. Helicopter is identical upper body wise to what you were just doing. Lower body, your leg that's behind you is always going to go out first, followed by your lead leg. You're going to kind of scissor switch your feet, and that motion is going to assist you as far as the upper body movement. So it's going to look something like this. Rear leg always goes, rear leg always goes first. Here. Rear leg always goes first. Okay? In the very beginning, when you're kind of getting your bearings, you might just be doing it more like this. Okay? Because that's really what's happening. But when you really have it down and you have the momentum, you just let your legs go wide as you express that motion. Okay? So let's try 6 reps as a group. Left leg behind you. Again, right hand posted, left hand guarding your face. The helicopter. ground mobility exercise for low psoas. 6 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good, really nice. Okay, our last exercise, we need to introduce one of our kicks. We were going to go over them in this sequence anyway. So everybody go back to your high psoas, left foot posted, right leg bent, right hand posted, left hand guarding your face, okay? So what I want you to imagine doing, posting up on your hand and your foot and kicking with your right foot. So I'm posted on my left foot, my right hand, I come off the ground, and that's like a thrusting kick with my right foot. It's called tuklau. 2 syllables, tuklau, okay? Then switch sides with your seaweed. You're on your left hand, right foot, come up, left, tuklau, okay? So if your right foot, left hand, you're kicking with your left foot. If your left foot, right hand, you're kicking with your right foot. That's it, okay? And options for everybody out there, because we want our martial arts to be a lifelong practice. So we have to be able to adapt it based on different time periods. If you're injured, or if leaving the ground doesn't work for your current state of health or your coordination or whatever, stay grounded on your rear end and just thrust that kick. And then try the other side. Stay grounded and just thrust that kick. Imagine somebody standing and you're just blasting their shin, right? You're the ground-based player and they're standing up and you're just, boom, just blasting that shin. That's what we really want to do with the tuklau, okay? Now, the reason I introduced the tuklau, we have our last ground mobility exercise, which is going to be our rolling tripod. Okay, now our rolling tripod can have 2 versions, all right? The version where I leave the ground and I stay off the ground, or the version, depending on, did I just injure my wrist a little while ago? Am I coming off an injury? You know, am I just not, is that physical manifestation of coming up off the ground, is that just not going to fit me right now? If that's the answer, then stay on the ground. Roll, kick, roll, kick. You're always going in the direction of your knee. That's how I remember it. So when I come up off the ground, here's my right knee, and I'm going this way, okay? And let me change my angle for you. Here, my left knee's that way, and I'm coming over here. Again, that's the version where I'm leaving the ground. I might want to practice it staying seated, staying on my knees, okay? So that's the last ground mobility exercise that we're going to do. And let's get 6 reps together. You decide what's going to work best for you. On the ground, off the ground, a mix of those things. But let's start left foot posted, right tuklau. 1, 2. Good. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Nice job. Then after 6, relax the body. Really good. Okay. So we have our tuklau. We need to introduce a few other ground-based options for offense. So let's everybody get in your low sawa with your left leg back. Roundhouse kick. So left roundhouse kick, and then it swings back. So if you're my opponent and you're facing me and you're on the ground, I'm kicking the side of your face this direction with my left foot, keeping that grounded when I bring it back. So does everybody see it stays on the ground and drags back for now? Okay? Switch sides. Good. Try a few reps on the other side. Keep your eyes forward. Nice. Good. One more. Very nice. Okay, switch. Excellent. Okay, so we have our roundhouse kick, looking good. We have our tuk lao, which we learned with the last ground mobility exercise. Kick number 3, side kick. Arm it, thrust in their face, just like a regular side kick. Okay, good. Try at least 3 of those. Nice. Excellent. Good. Pick your favorite way to switch. And when you're ready, try 3 on the other side. Good. Excellent. Good. And then when you're ready, switch sides again. Nice. And by the way, everybody, you can stay with the seat spin. You can stay with the easiest one or the one that works best for you. I'm just trying to give you an overview and a reminder of everything that we did and where it might fit. Okay. Spinning sickle kick. So your left leg is behind you. You're going to go through on your knees and do a spinning sickle kick with your right leg. You're also going to spot between your legs. Looks like this. Okay? So I go through. I stay on my knees. I spot. And I go through. So whichever leg is back, the opposite leg, the leg in front, is going to sickle kick. My right leg is back, so I go through. My left leg does the spinning sickle kick. Everybody experiment with that for a moment. Let me just see how everybody's doing. Good. So that's our spinning sickle. Excellent job. Okay, so time. Nice job. That's great. So our participants that I'm seeing, looks like you're training by yourself, and that's fine. I'm going to bring Coach Aubrey in and explain kind of an important concept here. So you're going to be ground-based, okay? All right. So some terminology again, all right, real quickly, and then I'll show you both versions. When we do what we were just doing by ourselves, Silat terminology, we call that bua, B-U-A, means flower, okay? Now flowers, when we think about like removing them from nature and putting them in our house, they serve a function. They beautify the house, it makes it look nice. And that's sort of the same thing with bua. When we have a partner available, though, those same combinations become bunga, B-U-N-G-A. Bunga means fruit. Fruit, unless you eat the flower, which is not really what the Silat people are thinking, fruit has more functions. It can actually sustain you. So bua is really important and has a function. Bunga is when you really start to appreciate all of the different functions, you stay where you're at, that the combination can serve. So, the first combination, if you evade that way and you cover your head with your left hand. Perfect, stay right there. So we're gonna do this, and for everybody who doesn't have a partner, you're gonna do it as bua, and it's fine. But I want you to see this. So Coach Abra evades, stay there. Roundhouse kick to spinning sickle. She changes sides. Any of those switches, beautiful. She evades on the other side. Roundhouse kick to spinning sickle. Stay where you're at. Now, you try the combination. So you're going right roundhouse kick to left spinning sickle. Beautiful. Stay where you're at. I get to switch, and then you kick over me. Beautiful. Time. So that's bunga, okay? And once again, for my participants that I'm watching that don't have a partner right now, don't worry about it, because what you have available to you right now is bua, and that's fine, right? Bua is actually kind of important to everybody who's maybe stuck in an environment where we don't have a partner, right? Or maybe we have a family member who's willing to train with us, but they don't do martial arts. That's very different. So don't get too wrapped up. I just want you to understand the thinking as far as the system. It's great to do it by yourself. You can learn it and you can get really proficient doing it as bua. Later, when you have the opportunity to practice the same combos with a partner, very, very good. Okay, so we're gonna jump. That was bunga number 1 or bua 1. Now we're gonna jump to number 3. Okay, so Coach Abra is gonna evade. I'm gonna kick over her. She's gonna switch sides and evade on the other side. And I'm gonna sickle kick back. She's gonna stay there. I'm gonna roundhouse. She's gonna switch sides. And then I'm gonna sickle kick back. So you can stay where you're at. So you roundhouse over me and freeze. You give me a chance to switch and sickle kick back with the same leg. You got it. Now you switch. So left roundhouse kick and freeze. I get the chance to switch and you kick back over me. Okay, and relax. That was great. That was great. Okay, excellent. All right. So if you're by yourself, everybody put your left leg in the back. Okay. So bua 3, roundhouse kick to sickle kick back with the same leg. It's very simple. Switch, roundhouse kick, sickle kick back with the same leg. Everybody try that whether or not you have a partner, okay? Same leg goes twice in a row. Go ahead. Roundhouse kick, and then sickle kick back with the same leg. Nice. Keep your eyes forward because your imaginary opponent is in front of you. Yeah. Really good. All right. Very nice. Okay, time. We're going to do one more. I saved the hardest one for last is bua number 2. I'll just demo it, and you're doing great. I know it's like, I think it's some of the first time you've ever done this. Excellent. Bua number 2 is a little harder, and I'm still going to use you to show what it would look like in bunga, but then I'll kind of walk everybody through how to do it on their own, okay? So this one is actually off. Switch sides. Good. Now when I roundhouse kick here, you're going to tight cover with your right hand, okay? So boom, I bounce off her, evade. There, okay? Then I switch and she switches. Excellent. So you're going to left tight cover. I bounce off, I spin, you evade. And we're there. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So if you're on your own, the key to this, stay on your knees and ride the momentum. So let's standardize this together for everybody so that you can practice in the air. And then I'll remind you of all these. Okay? So left leg behind you. Left leg behind you. So what I want you to imagine, your opponent seated on the ground. When you throw the left roundhouse kick, your opponent is going to do a right hand tight cover. Your left leg is going to bounce off of this and you're going to keep spinning in the opposite direction on your knees until you throw a reverse spinning sickle also with your left leg. So watch me do it one time. My partner would defend, and I spin and come back with the same leg. So again, momentum. We keep seeing that in a lot of these movements. Ride the momentum. Don't fight the momentum. Let the momentum kind of guide you into the full expression of the movement. Okay? So again, a little slower, and we'll all try it together. Left roundhouse kick. When you throw that, the momentum feels like you're going to your right, but imagine bouncing off of somebody's tight cover. So you spin the opposite direction, 360, and then throw a reverse spinning sickle kick. So let me do it one more time slowly, and then I'll give you all a little bit of time to play with it, and then we'll try the other side, and we'll be ready to move into something else, okay? So left roundhouse kick, I stay on my knees, and I circle back around to a left reverse spinning sickle. Yeah, so that's it. That looks pretty good, Ivan. Really good. Yeah. Everybody I saw looked really good. Nice. Okay, so now try the other side. Switch sides. Okay, and this is the hardest one. If you got the first two, which it looked like everybody did, then you got 2 out of 3, and that's excellent. Okay, number 2 is the hardest one. Right roundhouse kick, bounce off that tight cover, and then reverse spinning sickle. So everybody give that a go. Good. Very nice. Good. Okay. So let's switch back. Left leg behind you. Let's standardize this. Okay. So a quick review in order, and then I'm going to add in the stand-up piece, and I'm going to try to stick to our time frame here, everybody. We'll take probably about a 7-minute break right at 8 o'clock. And then we'll go into comprehensive Kambongan after that, okay? So left roundhouse kick, right reverse spinning sickle. So roundhouse, spinning sickle. Good, now go right roundhouse, left spinning sickle. So right roundhouse, left spinning sickle. Good, okay, number 2 was the slightly more challenging one. So remember, we're bouncing off the tight cover, spinning all the way back the other direction, and reverse spinning sickle. Everything with the left leg. So left roundhouse kick, bounce, left reverse spinning sickle. Sharp. Change sides. Okay. Right roundhouse kick, spin all the way back around, right reverse spinning sickle. Boom. Follow that momentum around. Good. Change sides. Okay. Number 3 is the easiest. Roundhouse kick, sickle kick back with your left leg. Roundhouse kick, sickle kick back. Nice job. Switch sides. Right roundhouse kick, right sickle kick back. Good job. Really nice. Okay, make your way to stand-in. And let's start kind of formalizing what you're going to do when you're the stand-up player versus the ground player, which, remember, we started this whole thing by me saying we're in the ground domain, So what we're going to try to end with in the next 12 minutes or so, there are 4 modalities. Ground versus ground. You and your partner are freelance light sparring, and you're both ground-based players. Stand up versus ground. Your partner is on the ground, and you're standing up and you're playing down towards that person. Ground versus stand-up is number 3. You're on the ground, there's a person standing up, and you're playing up towards them. That's 3 out of 4 modalities. Number 4, freelance. You can be on the ground, you can be standing up, you can change elevations at will. Most of the tools that we just studied will help you ground versus ground, and then ground versus standing, and then the parts where you're freelance and you're on the ground. We've got to add what you can play when you're standing up, when you're the stand-up player. So, review. Guy on 1. Attack T. Guy on 1. Can I borrow?
You can borrow whatever you like.
Great.
Be careful, they'll fall off the walls.
Okay. So, this is the way I like to illustrate guy on 1. Okay, my feet are this line, this lateral line, and I'm stepping in. That's why I'm saying attack T. Okay, again, you can just slide your feet into it, kind of like this, or you can touch your knees. If you touch your knees, it's a little bit more Indonesian. The Indonesians were colonized by the Dutch. They had to hide their art. And so it's usually Indonesian Silat is hyper stylized because of that history of hiding how deadly it was from the Dutch colonists. Okay, Gayung 2. Okay, so I'm actually standing at that lateral line in front, and I'm going back. This is my Gayung 2. Okay? Here. This one is going to be really important to the point, if you're the stand-up player and you don't know what to do Gayung 2 until the next movement occurs to you. And I'm going to give you a couple training procedures off this in just a moment. Okay? Gayung 3 is this. Okay? Stepping out. Stepping out. We're going to cover a few other Gayungs. I'm going to skip 4 and I'm going to skip 6 because I don't want to use up all my time. But 5 is the male triangle. I'm standing at the point and I'm going back. The male triangle is the defensive triangle, the retreating triangle. Okay? That's Gayung 5. Gayung 7, Gayung 7, modified Gayung 7. Okay, yeah. So you're for 3 or 4 reps, 1 foot is stuck at that point. And imagine, I don't want to grab 2 more weapons. Imagine there were 2 more lines finishing those triangles, right? And they're point to point. You're doing a lateral triangle. So see, if there were a line here, I would be stepping along that side. I do 3 or 4 reps, and then I switch. 1, 2, 3, and I'll switch. 1, 2, 3. This time I'll do 4, and I switch. So my right foot is now stuck at the intersection. My left foot is doing the lateral triangle for 3 or 4 reps. Then I switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can switch with the female triangle if I want. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's Gayung 7. All right, so, and again, I'm not because I don't think you couldn't handle it. but because I'm running a little low on time, we're gonna skip Guyong 4 and 6. Okay, so you have 5 out of 7. There's only 7 in the whole system. So that's really pretty good. Let's try kicking off of Guyong 2. Okay, so everybody go with me and I'll call it for you and we'll do this together. Okay, Guyong 2, right leg back, switch, left leg back, switch, right leg back, and freeze. When I say go, roundhouse kick to the front and land with your feet even. Go. Good. And make sure you land with your feet even, not in the lead. Good. Left leg back. 1. Switch. 2. Switch. 3. Roundhouse kick and land in neutral posture. Go. That's it. Right leg back. 1. Switch. 2. Switch. 3. Side kick. Same thing, just with a side kick. Go. Side kick. Land neutral. Left leg back. 1. Switch. 2. Switch. 3. All right. Side kick, left leg. Land neutral. Go. Nice. Okay. Now, that's the procedure. That's the training procedure. Any kicking, any kicks that you know, if you know axe kicks from Taekwondo or any other art that does axe kicks, switch 1, switch 2, switch 3. The leg that's back throws the kick, you land neutral. Then start on the other side. Switch 1, switch 2, switch 3, you throw the kick and you land neutral. Okay, that's the training procedure in a nutshell. Okay, so we're gonna do the following, and we're gonna kind of wrap up this section and wrap up the ground domain with this. So I'm going to bring Coach Auber back in, okay? And if you have a safe environment to work on this, even if you don't have a partner, I want everybody to follow along with me, okay? So all of us, we're all going to start on the ground, okay? So ground versus ground, we're not trying to take each other out. We're not even really trying to hit each other or make contact. I get to throw a couple things. Yeah, she's evasive. I do some movements. She kicks back at me. Look, okay? I'm trying to react to what she's giving me. I'm doing some of my moves. Yeah, we're just playing. We're taking care of each other. We're super beautiful. We're super safe, okay? So everybody freelance on the ground for about 20 seconds, just like we were just doing. Even if you don't have a partner, pretend you have one and that you're attacking that person. Ready, go. Let me see everybody just freelance. 20 seconds. You're the ground player versus another ground player. Nice. You have ground mobility exercises. You have different kinds of kicks. You can work the buas. You can change sides. Nice. Okay, time. You stay where you're at. Second relationship. You're the stand-up player versus the ground-based player. So I kick down towards her. She kicks up towards me. Right? If I don't know what to do, I just go to Guyong 2. Good. Good. And we're not trying to take each other out. Okay, time. That was beautiful. Everybody stand up. Okay? You're the stand-up player. Imagine that you're kicking down and playing down towards the ground-based player. 20 seconds. Go. Get creative. Let me see you move. If you don't know what to do, do Guyong 2. Good. Okay, time. Stay where you're at.
Yes.
Okay, so third modality. Now you're moving around. You're playing down towards me. I'm playing up towards you. So Okay? So everybody come back down to the ground, 20 seconds, use your imagination. There's somebody standing. Do you want to just say, oh, I tripped, I'm going to get my butt kicked? No, this is a surprising area to be able to fight effectively from. If somebody got the jump on you and they pushed you and you land on your butt, rather than just giving up, to be able to play up towards them. Very effective skill. So everybody come down on the ground, and I want you to imagine you're fighting up towards a stand-up player. 20 seconds, give it a shot, go. Good. Good, good. Very nice. Time. Very excellent, excellent. Okay, last thing. You start down. Okay. Freelance. We can be ground-based. I can stand. If we both are standing, usually for the sake, one person will drop, right? But we're freelancing, right? Okay, so thank you. 20 seconds. You can change elevations. You can use anything that we worked on in the last hour. Freelance. Go. All right, time. Relax. Relax the body. Very nice. Okay, so hopefully everybody saw this. I refer to this whole chunk as the ground domain. That's my terminology. Yes, there are components that help you build your game when you're the stand-up player in those modalities of play that we just explored, but I still refer to everything we just did as the ground domain. Okay? So we're gonna take like about a 7 or 8 minute break. I'm not gonna end the meeting on Zoom. I'm just gonna kill the video and the audio, and we'll start up again at about 8:08, 8:10, right around there. We'll just take a little break, and we'll get into comprehensive Ken Ballman at that time. Okay, thanks everybody.